what I'm going to do now is to show you the safe and proper way to handle these pails. If you've held one by now, it's no secret that they're not exactly light. They weigh 40 pounds. And so I heavily and always preach safety first. One rule of thumb, nobody, and I mean nobody, I don't care how big or strong, male, female, nobody should be lifting a 5-gallon pail full above their waist. There's no need for it. And I'm going to show you the best techniques to go about not having to do that. Another thing is that through these techniques in this process, anybody of any size will be able to batch and accurately execute, making a batch using your concentrates and our alcohol. And I'm going to show you how to do it now. So what we're going to need is obviously a 5-gallon pail. For your application, you're going to be using the 17% Forever Clear. In Texas, we don't have the luxury of using diesel, so this is what you got. Ours is the smoothest on the market, and I'll let you be the judge. But we're also going to need a couple empty containers of sorts. I'm sure you've got plenty of those. Something for measuring if you're going to do a batch, and also either a larger pail or an empty pail like this. And I'll show you what those are for in a second. So, first step is by TABC law, it has to be tamper-proof. In this case, we've got 2 tamper-proof areas. We've got one here. I'll start with this one. We've got this tear tab here. And so what you're going to do is you're going to pull it all the way around. And we also have this nice spout up here that just pops up. It's really nice, right? Well, you're never going to use it. And I'll show you why. All right, so you have this spout, and I'll tell you right now that if I was to pick this up and start filling it with the spout, generally what happens is it starts to burp, and it's just slow. And so when it's happy hour at 5 o'clock and you're selling hundreds of daiquiris, you don't have time to be sitting there slow. So this is the best technique. These lids, they pop off like this. Kind of go around. So you can put them on, pop them off, and put them back on. All right, and there we have our 5-gallon pail of alcohol. And so, as you can see, there's not much head space. And so if you don't use the technique that I'm going to show you, there's margin and room for error. And I'm all about what I call clean and accurate pours. When it comes down to the cost of materials, the operators in these stores should be wasting no product. You should be able to inventory it down to the ounce. So here's the way that I found it to be most efficient, clean, and accurate. So for beginners, I always recommend having a larger bucket to practice on. Again, a little bit more room for error. And then when you master the technique, you can go down to a smaller container size. But here's the way I'm going to do it. I'm going to get the handle. I'm right-handed, so I'm going to grab it with my left hand, with my the top of my fist kind of facing out. And what I'm not going to do, I'm not going to be lifting with my back. I'm not going to be curling it or lifting with my arm, because what's most likely going to happen is you're going to spill. So if you've ever been to the gym and you do lawnmower pulls, it's like a workout like that, you're using this muscle. That's why any guy, gal of any size, they can do this. Below their waist, they can lift this pail. So again, I'm going to show you on the empty bucket. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be lifting it, and I'm going to grab it underneath with what I call it the butt of the pail, the bottom right here, that's towards my body. All right, so now that I have the pail, I'm going to pull it up and I'm going to lift it by the butt. I'm going to kind of lean over into it, and when I pour it, I'm going to aim towards the back of the pail in respect to where I am. If I aim here, the product is going to come out right in the middle. If I aim in the middle, it's going to come out in the front. If I aim on the front, it's going to be on the floor. And obviously we don't want that. So I'm going to aim for the back, and it's going to go right in the middle, and hopefully I'm not going to spill a drop. All right, just like that. All right, so now that I have a 5-gallon pail of alcohol, I am going to fill our empty container, so it's a little bit more easy and practical to work with. So as much weight as the operator is comfortable with is how much they should fill that container to. So I'm going to lift it using that back muscle right there. I'm going to grab it, and I'm just going to aim and pour. So depending on the particular product that you're using, a hurricane is going to demand more alcohol, obviously, than maybe a pina colada or strawberry. So just go based on the recipe. I recommend having something like this, maybe a 5-gallon container size. I'm sure you guys have plenty of stuff like it. And so now, let's just pretend they've got you now have a finished batch product. Whoever the operator is, it's a lot easier now with 2 gallons in there. Anybody and everybody can take that and fill it in the top of the machine. So that's an easy way to manage the weight of the 5-gallon pail. And I'm going to show you another technique real quick. This is probably the only time that you would use the spout. So first, I'm going to put it on a flat surface, a table or a counter, and I'm going to pull the little tamper-proof tab right here, and I'm going to put the lid and secure it and thread it right back on. All right, I got another empty container, so now I'm just letting gravity do the work. If this is a clock, this is the face of a clock, you want the spout to be at 12 o'clock. And when you first open it, I've emptied some product out of this pail, so it's not happening now, but when you first open it, there's going to be a little bit of product already coming out, so be ready. And then I'm going to rotate it, and the more I rotate it, the faster it comes out. And when I'm done, it's just like that. Put the cap back on, and done. Now when you're going through 50 to 100 batches in a day or a week, you're most likely going to want to go the method of taking the lid off. It's much quicker, much faster, but